Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I don't know why I'm talking like this right now. It's a little weird, but I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, this is my announcer voice question mark. As I bump the table and make more noise. Okay. Uh, I'm in a weird space today, people. It is just me today. Jeremiah had life stuff, baby stuff specifically. So if you are the praying type, do pray for him and his son. Speaking of, this is the part where I pray before the video. You are welcome to skip. That's totally up to you. It's honestly fine. Here's your timestamp, and let's pray. Dear Lord, I thank you for um, just this time that we can enjoy and play through a video game, and just thank you for your good gifts. And I do pray for my own health coming up soon, as I have several teeth pulled. Just pray that you'd help that go smoothly. Pray that I'd be able to work things out with my work. And just pray that we can enjoy this time, and that it would be worship to you. All this I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Great. Okay, let's get going. So yeah, so like I said, Jeremiah's just he had a rough week. We had something on the books scheduled to get this reported, and it just didn't work out. Unfortunate to be sure, but you have kids. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes kids interrupt plans. That's just the way it is. Um, let's see. I have a skill point to make use of. It's 2 points. 2 points. I only have one skill point right now. What is this? Attack another enemy. Sure, that sounds cool. I have been using that a little bit more lately, so I will go with that. So, what's new?
You know, the longer you rest, the longer it will take to reach Sear's base.
I got stuff to do.
If we don't stay focused, we may never make it there.
Don't worry, Cal. I will protect you.
Cute. So, work-wise, I've set myself up with way too much work, which is normal. I have been working on,
another stem.
So I started, official production. I love extra stems. I've started production on, what will be my biggest backlog review for a very long time.
We did.
I'm glad we got to see each other again.
Because it is my
How long are you staying on Jedi?
favorite video game of all time, and if you're curious, that would be The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Bad. You opened up a cantina.
Unbelievably excited.
Saloon.
It is my favorite.
After his great-grandmother.
Nothing's more important to Grease than family.
So I've actually started production on that. I'm preparing this video to be about 45 minutes long. So it's big. I've only done like, boy, I think the Tears of the Kingdom first strike was what, 25 minutes maybe, something like that. Which is pretty long for me. Most of my videos trend just above or under 15 minutes. So this one I have planned to be about 45 minutes, so it's going to take some time. Why are we at this door if it's not opening? Huh? Let's hold that thought.
Hello, my friend. It's so very good to see you again.
Master Cordova. It's an honor. I never thought I'd meet you in person.
The honor is mine, Cal. Seers told me everything. You have demonstrated great bravery and wisdom in the face of overwhelming adversity. You chose well? Well, I wouldn't go that far.
The Empire has claimed the ruins. We'll have to find another rendezvous point.
Unfortunate. But at least the storm covered your tracks. Come. Come, let me escort you inside.
Master Cordova, did you find the Zepho?
Only faint traces of their passage, heading deep into the unknown regions.
Sorry to hear that.
As it goes. Ultimately, that failure inspired me to seek out other Jedi survivors. That search led me back to my old apprentice. The archive is this way. How have you been faring, Cal?
That doesn't sound good.
I've had a few scrapes, but I'm still breathing.
And I am glad for it. I heard some news about a Jedi terrorist on Coruscant not long ago.
You were on Coruscant? Well, the Mantis looks like it's seen better days.
You should see the other guys. Space is well hidden.
So, in case somebody's lost, that would be the guy that set us on the path to that holocron in Fallen Order. He's apparently alive, so that's interesting. So what was I saying? Yeah, so started on Ocarina of Time. I'm doing it in chunks in between my work on other videos. Which I haven't started the next actual video yet. I've got to try and keep each project to like one at a time, more or less. So.
Better to ask Seer yourself. Meanwhile, Marin and I will greet our new arrivals. So, how is the desert?
So there's that. Once I've got that all set, I think I'm going to take not a break exactly, but I think I'm going to try one other different kind of project. I know I do a bunch of different types of videos, so that I do what I like. You know, it's not like I'm out to make money on it. Certainly not yet. So yeah, I do what I like, and I like lists. So soon I will be making my first official list, which is it's top 5. But there's been so much Mario going around lately, especially after that last Direct, which I'll get to in a sec. Because, oh man. So one of the news has been that Charles Martinet, however you say his name, who knows, is retired, basically. He's retiring. He's now a Mario ambassador, which is something. And
Just
we're going to
keep
pause for a
trying.
cutscene again.
It's not like Brother Armai has to break contact. Cal Kestis. Welcome to Jeddah. I knew the storm wouldn't deter you.
You're rebuilding the temple archives.
We're trying. As long as this knowledge remains, the legacy of the Jedi survives.
It's incredible. But something tells me there's more to this than just holobooks.
Yes. We're a part of a network, known as the Hidden Path. We provide safe passage and new identities to those who have been persecuted by the Empire.
Hunted by the Empire, like Jedi survivors?
Very few of us remain. But yes, and Force sensitives, and those who help them.
Why didn't you tell me?
You never asked. Besides, I hear you've been busy making yourself the Empire's most wanted.
I wanted to prove to the galaxy that the Empire isn't invulnerable. That you can resist. That you have to fight if things are gonna get better. But then they just listen to the propaganda and they pretend they're free anyways.
You chose a hard path.
And it hasn't made a difference.
Well, while the Empire's trained its eyes on you, we've been able to build the network, find allies, and save lives.
When you left, you'd just given up. I was wrong.
Cal, you were just a child when they sent you off to war. You know, there was a time when I remember that the Jedi were more than just weapons. But we both have our roles to play in this struggle.
But that's why I'm here. Seer.
Well, you get a load of this. Hey, Seer, you can't say it ain't short on personality, but kind of creepy, though.
Well, it's good to see you two, Grease. Well, hello, BD.
Okay.
So, how was your time in the desert?
The storm covered our tracks, but the Empire destroyed one of your speeders.
It's a small price to pay for everybody's safe arrival. And who's this?
This is Bodokuna. He is a friend.
It's so nice to finally meet you.
This hunk of trouble. Hey, we're all together. Huh?
Yes. Now, what brings you all to Jeddah?
We're searching for a lost planet. Tanalorr, you ever heard of it?
It's on the other side of a deadly nebula called the Kobo Abyss.
Well, our archives are far from complete, but I'm sure Master Cordo is up to the task.
With pleasure.
The trouble is, we're not the only ones looking for this place.
I knew this was sounding too easy.
Guy's name is Dagan Gera. He was a Jedi. Now he leads a band of raiders on the Outer Rim. There's an old temple there. Dagan intends to reclaim it.
A Jedi temple out of the reach of the Empire could mean that there's information there that we don't have in the archive.
I believe I have something. Oh, you're too kind, BD. I'll start with the bad news.
Well, boy, this guy knows his audience.
I found no information related to crossing the Kobo Abyss. However, I found two mentions of this Dagan Gera. He had a retreat on Kobo, and records show him frequently visiting a laboratory on its moon.
Okay, we'll check him out.
If you find anything, bring it to me. I am happy to assist further.
Thank you. Both of you.
You're welcome, Cal. I hope you find what you're searching for.
May the Force be with you.
And with you.
That's kind of a neat moment. Oh,
I will escort you back to the Mantis.
So you're not
Okay.
joining us?
I cannot.
that was interesting. Okay, so
you have both studied Oyson's Villa.
Yes, sister.
Indeed, sister.
let's see, brain.
Perhaps you explain
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a top 5 on Charles Martinet's performances in Mario games. My personal top 5 favorite, which is, I think, how top 5s should work. I mean, how reviews and content works in general. I mean, it's supposed to be, it's
Also-
my view So, if somebody doesn't like it, theoretically, that's not my problem. I haven't received any real backlashes for anything yet. I'm not that big, so we'll see how I do when the time comes. But excuse me. I am good. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So my top 5.
Glad you didn't have to fly through that storm. So,
Performances
how's it
for
feel to
Charles
be
Martinet.
piloting the
They're
Mantis
they're
again?
pretty personal.
Like being home.
Then why the
no.
long face?
Games with
It's been
voice
too
lines and such
long.
that
My pilot
I
instincts are
especially
all off.
recall.
I know how hard it is trying to relearn skills you put to
So
the side.
it's a weird list, but
I guess so, huh? Still,
I'm
I
gonna do
regret
that.
ever walking away
And
from
then
the Mantis.
the
Keep
next
thinking
official
I'm gonna
backlog
slip
review will
up.
be Super Mario
You
64.
walked
I've
away
not
when you
started
needed
that
to.
either.
I know you'll pick it back up in no
Well,
time.
I wrote
Give me a
the
minute.
script. I will need to adjust it a touch. But I did write the script for that. Otherwise, I haven't started anything on it.
So where are we headed first? Back to Kobo? Or its moon?
Let's hit the moon laboratory first.
All right. Maybe we can find something there to help us cross the abyss.
Ah, Cal. I was hoping we could speak about something. There is a site, quite an ancient one at that, in the northern desert. I visited it during my early days on Jeddah, before the Empire's presence grew.
Kind of sight.
One built by those who revered Force users. We know little about them, but I found the experience quite fascinating. Perhaps you will too.
Check it out. Cordova said he found you while he was seeking other Jedi survivors.
Yes. Hard to believe that fate brought us together once again after all this time.
Could have used that luck when we were hunting for the holocron.
I know. Luck or fate. I'm just happy my master is alive and here with us.
Yeah.
And determined as ever to tend to the Jedi legacy and resist the Empire.
Sorry, I'm enjoying the story. Yeah, so
Understood.
that's pretty much up
Were
for
you persuaded by the
all
Fifth Corps?
for
Persuaded?
my work
Perhaps
updates.
not, though I was moved.
If you care. If you don't, you know, cool. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.
It's so good to see you, Mary. What brings you to
There's a
Jeddah?
link in the
I came
description
across a
box.
group during my
By the way, to
travels.
my other
Their goal is to
game
hide
review
Force
channel.
sensitives from the Empire.
So,
Have you ever heard of the Hidden Path?
Yeah, really appreciate you checking it out. Also, I set up a Patreon for that channel specifically, so if you like me, want me to do more, that's available.
Hail, Jedi Knight. I am called Sister Task.
I'm Cal.
Word of your arrival has spread quickly, Noble One. Master Junda holds you in high esteem.
Seer and I have been through a lot together.
Jeddah is brimming with lost artifacts related to your order, among other traditions. Should you happen upon any scrolls or other objects of interest, I would gladly exchange some of the treasures I've unearthed for them.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
We are in your debt, Noble One. Treasure for wisdom, young sage.
Here. Those are all lightsaber parts, it looks like.
A remarkable piece.
Well, for the sake of my own completionism, for the sake of my own OCD-ness, I am gonna go ahead and buy stuff.
I'll grab this one.
Also because I don't think
Thank
there's any other use for those.
The knowledge you've saved
But
is
I'm
invaluable.
just buying stuff to buy stuff. I'm not all that interested in what's there, actually. Sorry, I just don't do the customizing thing. Yeah, so that's business updates. Check out the other channel. Videos coming soon, and Patreon if you care to do so. I'd very, very much appreciate it. That's all under the name Backlogged, and links in the
The
description.
way is
So.
sealed, Outlander.
I don't know where I am. Let's see. Yeah, let's just check out a couple. Keep wandering a bit here. Oh, that's a bike to go back out to.
Old Aerotech speeder bikes. Never got to ride one.
As far as personal stuff, not much there either, but I have an appointment set up for my teeth. I am getting quite a few teeth pulled, up to 8, maybe not quite that many, but yeah, about half of those are wisdom teeth. There are a couple of those wisdom teeth could become a problem. There was mention of possible permanent numbness. So not sure those are coming out. Exploring whether that's possible. And there's one tooth that I might leave in because it sounds like it could be saved yet. So
Contact me if they double back.
not sure about that one. So at 5 is probably the minimum that I'm going ahead and getting ripped out of my face. Fun. Yeah, that's next month that's happening. I will be rewarded for my pain and suffering 2 days after. It's actually right before, I think, both Spider-Man 2 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So I don't have that for my entire recovery time, but I get to finish my recovery time with that, and that will certainly help make it worthwhile. What am I examining?
Would you look at that?
Okay. I don't think I'm done exploring in here yet. Yeah, so I have a date for that. Again, if you're the praying type, I would appreciate it. I've only had surgery one other time. I was not in my mouth. So, you know, I'm not freaking out about it, mostly because I'm not allowing myself to think about it. Yeah, I don't do surgery too often, so I'm not exactly looking forward to whatever may come. Let's see, anything else?
You're the traveler. Have you found any systems outside the Empire's ring?
Not that I have come across.
There are countless ruins scattered across the high desert. One of them could be a perfect safe house for the path.
How do I get over there? Wow, brain dead. Take a look at the. That's a shop. That's what that means. Okay, let's take this way. Right? No, that's where I came from. Well, there does look like there's something there though. Is it the locked door? An accessible door? Yes, I believe it is. Okay, so I think we're ready to move on. If you've been watching for a while, you know my mom had uterine cancer. was a quick surgery. She's fine. She did have to, not have to, but she did some follow-up preventative treatments, some radiation, which she was not very excited about at all, but it went fine. She just had a couple tired days. She's doing good. So, praise the Lord for that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can come up with on that front. Which means the next topic. Holy, Nintendo Direct was awesome. To be fair, it wasn't actually one of the better ones, but the stuff that was exciting was really exciting. So on the low key end, I mean, there were a good number of third-party announcements that I kind of don't care about. Like War Tales and whatnot, and War Groove 2. Like, cool if you're into those. Not my kind of thing. I feel like I'm going to die if I try to jump down here. But I also think I need to come down here. Let's see. Please don't. Dang it! Mayor and Roller Mate. Yeah. Okay. So, why are you telling me that? Another little brief thing about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Still very excited. So, absolutely ready for that. And look forward to a first strike on the backlog channel for that one. That's definitely gonna happen. Boy, thinking is hard. So we got dates and a little more info about, for one, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is what they're calling it. I guess they dropped Dark Moon for some reason. A little strange, but I don't care. It looks exactly the same thing as what it was on the 3DS, just looks better look and on a... Ooh. Hello. And on a Switch, is what I was about to say there. Oh, darn you. Okay. Yeah, same online modes and all that, which the online modes are actually pretty fun, so that's cool. Oh. Hold that thought.
Cal, hold on. I've had this since I started freelancing. It's gotten me out of some bad situations, and I figured it might do the same for you. It's Marin, right? Well, I could get another one if you think you might want it.
No need. Both.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
The Master always frowned upon using blasters.
You once said it wasn't the weapon that makes you a Jedi.
It's us against the galaxy, Cal. We've got to use every advantage we can find against the Empire.
Thanks, Bode.
Now, I'll show you how to use it.
Alright, you got a blaster style. That's neat.
A real stormtrooper won't stay still.
Gotta start somewhere. There you go.
Not bad, Jedi.
Interesting.
Oh, how long have you been working for Seer?
I do not work for Seer.
Huh.
Relax. Concentrate and pull the trigger. He's really giving it to us.
No, it's not like stormtrooper.
He does.
Impressive.
I think you got it, Cal.
Fascinating. Okay, let's try that in place of the single stance. See how that does.
It's nice seeing you again, Marin.
You too, Cal. Good luck. Perhaps I will still be here when you return.
Hope so.
This is a smart operation Seer's put together.
Why do you say that?
All this rock? Natural shielding against sensors.
Yeah, and if anyone makes it past all that, the Anchorites have plenty of holobooks to throw at them.
Yeah, you can see how Sears managed to evade the Empire for so long. She makes her own luck, keeping so much of her power held back to achieve a larger goal.
Yeah. There's definitely more to her than meets the eye.
You two have that in common.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 looks great. And I know it's gonna be great. Speaking of great, though, we got a lot more information about Princess Peach Showtime, which we didn't have a title even before. That looks really, really fun. I am very excited for that. It's definitely not like made exclusively for girls or anything like that. It looks very cool. It's basically Peach gets an invitation to go see a show, a play of something along those lines, some kind of show, and it gets attacked. Show's got to be saved, so she steps in, and she's got a bunch of like custom power-ups based on like costumes and different
pick our
types of
destination.
shows. It looks really, really cool. Very excited.
Shattered moon it is.
Couple of the bigger surprises
Maybe
though.
those anchorites aren't
For
so
two
bad
games.
after all.
From not my childhood
That was
exactly, but
before Seer told me they're helping those poor refugees hide from the Empire.
That right?
Yeah.
kind of
working
close
with the
though.
group
Middle
called
school
the
area.
Hidden Path. Real hush-hush
So
stuff,
Mario vs. Donkey
keep it in
Kong,
the family.
that was a nice surprise.
Understood.
Very
Seems
excited.
like
That
you got a nice
game
crew.
is
Well,
really,
former.
really awesome.
You know what I mean.
And
Do I? So,
with
for
the
Dover things, we'll find
eShop
out how
shut
to
down,
cross
the only way to
abyss
play it
by
now is
tracking
to hunt down a
Dagon's
GBA
old
cartridge.
That's right. You know anything about this?
Not as bad
laboratory
as
on the movies?
certain types
What
of
am
games
I,
like
a
Fire
tour
Emblem and
guide?
Pokemon,
I'm a busy
but
Laterran.
still like
No
that's a
time to visit
tricky.
broken moons.
Yeah, that's a
First
tricky
Jedi,
game.
now this. Believe
But it's a
me,
very fun
moons are
game.
nothing but
It kind of
Jedda's a moon.
helped Mario become
Had
even
no
more
idea.
acrobatic than he already was at that point. So very cool,
So,
very
kid,
excited.
it's time to
I played that game just silly all the time. I don't know why I said that way. Anyway, but far more surprising and exciting. We'll have to wait until after this cutscene. And we're gonna be done after that.
Good?
Yeah, just a smidge rusty. You?
A little restless, but we'll be fine.
Oh, listen to you, Mr. Optimistic. Hey, you want to do me a favor? Cut it out. You're giving me a stomachache.
Sure it's not your cooking?
What was that?
We're almost there.
Locals say the moon's haunted.
It was weird. It like ended the cutscene early, it looked like. Strange. Yeah, so the last by far most exciting surprise for me, Paper Mario 1000-Year Door. Wow, okay, so huge fan of Paper Mario. I am definitely not a part of the overall Paper Mario fandom though, because I still like the newer Paper Mario games. Not as much as the older ones, but I still like them. I think they are fine. While I wish they were more like the traditional RPGs, similar to the older ones, I am okay with the direction they've been going. But 1000-Year Door is excellent. It is likely the best one in the series. Very excited to see it come back. I can't even imagine how much it would cost to find a GameCube copy of that, and it's never come out again otherwise. So that was really exciting. And let me just throw a few thoughts here, and then we'll wrap it up. But I think from what I saw, based on all the announcements from the last Nintendo Direct, it feels a little bit like we're heading into. It feels like the precursor to a big step into a new era of Nintendo. And what I mean by that is like they've had their core team, their core people for years and years now, and it's not as if those people have kept the same roles or anything. They have been bringing in younger, fresher talent to fill some roles that they had before. Specifically, I'm talking about things like Shigeru Miyamoto now is almost more of an advisor role and producer. But it's Yoshiaki Koizumi who is flying the Mario ship right now. Similar with Eiji Aonuma with Zelda, though he's been doing it for a long time too. Other things like that. And even people like Koji Kondo. I think Koji Kondo's a little bit more of an advisor for a new team of the music team at Nintendo. But this feels bigger than that. This feels like it could just be Nintendo wanting to allow people to revisit older titles in a fresh new way. And they didn't, and they felt that Switch Online was not a good way to do that. I guess I'm not sure because like Mario vs Donkey Kong could be on Switch Online, and maybe it will be still. Um, I'm honestly having trouble remembering whether it already is or not. I'm pretty sure it's not though. Um, But like they could do that, right? Like it could easily be a Switch Online game, but the remake feels it it feels it feels what basically it feels like they are getting ready to bring in big new ideas that will shape the next however many years, maybe even a decade or two of Nintendo. And in order to get people acclimated to how Nintendo how Nintendo culture functions and what makes Nintendo games special, they're having them revisit some games that maybe they liked in the past and getting familiar with kind of how those games worked, what made them fun, as well as incorporating those couple new ideas to help freshen it up as well. But basically to me it feels like Nintendo is revisiting their past in order to gain a better understanding of how to develop themselves in new ways in the future. That's what it felt like to me. So I'm very very excited. Not obviously to revisit my old, um, my old game library. I'm always down for that, but I'm also very excited to see, if I'm right and what Nintendo's next steps will be. Because when they take a step like that, it's usually a big deal. Like I'm talking like, at least in Mario's case, maybe in some other franchises cases as well, but certainly Mario's case, this feels like a Breath of the Wild level step. Like Breath of the Wild has radically changed what Zelda will be for a long time. And this feels like we're bracing for that with Mario. And I can further develop that idea by stating like before we got Breath of the Wild, as they were making that, first we got Skyward Sword, which was contentious for a number of reasons, but it introduced ideas like the stamina bar, for example, beacons, um, and just a number of ideas that you can see developed into things they used for Breath of the Wild. And furthermore, with Link Between Worlds on the 3DS, and how they had the item rental system, which was an interesting idea. I would love to see them do that again and maybe mix it up somehow. But further than that, they very specifically designed that one so that your various dungeons that you visit could be visited in any order and be perfectly like you could play them no problems no matter when you decided to get to them, which felt very fresh and unique and definitely developed a more explorative style of gameplay design that again went into Breath of the Wild. So basically Skyward Sword, between Skyward Sword and Link Between Worlds, you could see some steps into changing the Zelda franchise in the future. And that led into Breath of the Wild, which has changed everything. Um, and I'm beyond hype about Tears of the Kingdom. I'm jumping right back on that after this because I got back into playing it again, and I will not be stopping for a couple months because holy crap, it's amazing. And oh, dude, crazy stuff happening in my playthrough right now, and I'm so enamored with it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It might become my new favorite. Maybe only second to Ocarina of Time purely for nostalgia factor. Like, that might be the only reason that Ocarina is my favorite over Tears of the Kingdom is the nostalgia. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going way too long. Thank you so much for watching today. You've been on YouTube. You know what to do. Like, leave some comments, subscribe, comment. You know what? Comment with whatever you're looking forward to. I mean, I'm certainly a Nintendo fanboy if you can't tell, but really looking forward to Spider-Man 2 as well. Very excited about that. I'm really hoping to hear more about the Wolverine game and the Knights of the Old Republic remake and some of those other projects like that. Also, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh, I'm freaking out so bad. Yeah, so leave those comments, like, subscribe if you want to see more, and please check out my other channel. That stuff is far better edited and produced than what I'm doing here. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna awkwardly close now, like I always do. So, bye. Deuces.